Another action-packed edition of Sports this morning has just kicked off from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Thanks for joining in. My name is Austin Okonakpa, and always an action-packed world of sports. The fun is never ending. And I'm sure somebody out there is watching us. So our viewers in Benin, Abuja, and of course to you wherever you are in the world watching sports this morning, we say welcome on board the Sports in Flight. Now let's talk sports. What's going on? That's the question I've been asking, and I'm still asking it. Though words from the Nigerian Football Federation says the Super Falcons will be in camp on the 22nd of this month. That's on Sunday. But we're still asking the question, what's going on with the Super Falcons? Because it's just 107 more days to the kickoff of the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. It doesn't get bigger than that tournament. We're talking about women's football. And the Super Falcons, they've been in limbo. No talk whatsoever, no preparations. 107 more days to the kickoff. Come on, guys, what's going on with the Super Falcons? I'll keep asking that question until we see the Super Falcons in camp, until we can assess their preparation that they will not just go to Canada and add to the numbers, because these ladies are African champions and they have the quality to impress, but they need to be assisted. They need support. What's going on with the Super Falcons? Let's go to Super Falcons and come to the national under-17 team, the Golden Eaglets. They're in search of continental glory in Niamey, Niger. They've defeated the host country 2-0 in their first game. Today they'll be taking on Guinea. Should the Golden Eaglets win that match, they will automatically qualify for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Remember, just 2 years ago, they went to the United Arab Emirates to conquer the world by winning the Under-17 FIFA World Cup title for a record 5th time. They're in search of continental glory at the moment, and we believe if they win that, they will advance to the World Cup. Let's leave the Under-17 team and touch down in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, where the Under-19 cricket team, it's not been a good story. It's a story of lose today, win tomorrow, but at the moment they're playing Tanzania, and the story is win or drop. Really dicey for the Under-19 cricket team. If they don't win that game and fail to win against Botswana, it means they might just be leaving Division 1. Cricket will get our attention today on an exciting, action-packed world of sports. It's not just football. We will be talking cricket. And still talking cricket, let's touch down quickly and find out what's going on at the Cricket World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. And the big question is, whose World Cup is it? Is it South Africa? Is it India? Can the Indians retain the title they won last edition? Is it New Zealand or Australia? Whose World Cup is it? Talking about cricket. That's the show this morning. We will be talking about that bat and ball game called cricket. Really exciting. I love it, and I'm sure you will like our analysis on the Cricket World Cup. And of course, the national under-19 team in Tanzania looking for that ticket to next year's World Cup qualifiers in Bangladesh. Mission not yet completed. Let's see how that one we go. Sports this morning on Channels Television. I keep saying it, action-packed of the sport. Last night we saw action in the UEFA Champions League. Before that game, Jose Mourinho had come out to say that PSG will play a different Chelsea team. Yes, they traveled to Paris. It was Branislav Ivanovic, always on point for the Blues. Came up with the first goal, but then, what's his name again? Edison Cavani gave PSG a draw. So it ended 1-1. After the game, Jose Mourinho spoke to the media. I'm sure you love it whenever I listen to Jose speak. He says that PSG were the better team. Let's listen to Jose and we'll come back, we'll talk. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
1-1 reflects 1 half for Chelsea, 1 half for Paris. But if you go to chances created and the goalkeeper's performances, we have to be honest and say that they had more than us. So if somebody was closer to win the game, it was Paris, not Chelsea. I told to some television, if football was 9 field players plus 2 goalkeepers, we would give no chance to anyone. We would be absolutely phenomenal, because they are phenomenal both. They are phenomenal.
Jose Mourinho speaking after that game between Chelsea and PSG. It ended 1-1. That's to say there's everything to play for in the return leg at Stamford Bridge. Would like to see how that story will end. But then Jose Mourinho coming out to say PSG were the better side. Chelsea was fortunate to get a draw. We love it wherever Jose is speaking sports this morning on Channels Television. Welcome on board wherever you are in the world watching us. We want to invite you to be part of the program. Yes, not just be part of the program, be part of the fun. We want to get you involved. What are you talking about? Is it the Super Falcons? Is it the under-19 cricket team in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania? Is it the under-17 football team, the Golden Eagles that are in Niger? Or you're talking about the big one, the Cricket World Cup in Australia and New Zealand? So much to talk about, but we want you to be part of the program. You can talk to us, questions, comments, and suggestions on Twitter or channels_sports. Stop by on that Twitter page, verified. We'll keep updates going on that handle, channels_sports. Go there, send us your messages, we'll read them right here on the program, real time. And then on Facebook, we're channels-sports. Somebody wants to talk to us via email. We've been getting loads of email, particularly on Aruna Quadri. Remember, about 2 weeks ago, we brought jerseys that Aruna Quadri said we should give to fans. Tomorrow on this program, I will announce 2 winners of those jerseys. One from Twitter and one on Facebook. So you need to be part of the show tomorrow morning to find out if you are the lucky winner of a jersey of Aruna Quadri. That's the show this morning. Yes, if you want to send us an email, it's sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. Before I introduce our guest with us this morning on the program, let's talk about the Super Falcons. It's just 107 more days. Somebody will say, well, it's more than 100 days. But June is just here. 107 more days to the kickoff of the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. That's it on your screen. And we've been asking this question of what's going on with the Super Falcons. Can they prepare in 100 days and go and impress at a tournament where their opponents have been preparing since last year, September? Big question for not just the members of the Super Falcons, particularly for the leadership, the NSC, and the Nigerian Football Federation. That's the question. What's going on with the Super Falcons? What can we start doing? Because even if they get to cap on Sunday, what program is in place to ensure that we get a particular blend that we go to Canada to impress, that the team can really play as a team, compete, not just go out to the numbers? That's why we've been asking the question of what's going on with the Super Falcons. Yes, they've said they will be in camp on Sunday. We're waiting to see if that will actually be. And of course, we told you that Nigeria will be taking on Guinea today, talking about the Under-17 African Youth Championship going on in Niger. Nigeria is drawn in Group A, and they won their first game against the host nation by 2-0. They get ready to play Guinea today. That game will come up 4 p.m. Nigerian time. We want to wish the Golden Eaglets all the best with that team. I'm sure you know it smiles all the way. They keep doing well under the guidance of Coach Emmanuel Amunike. So today when they take on Guinea, let's wish them all the best and pray that, and hope also, that they qualify for the World Cup. That's the schedule on your screen. Today's fixtures, Nigeria and Guinea, to take place at the General Saini Koche Stadium right there in Niamey, Niger. Time 4 p.m. Nigeria and Niger uses the same time, so you don't need to start calculating. 4 p.m. we will get to know what's going down with the national Under-17 team. Now, let's push football aside and go to the bat and ball game called cricket. That game has been played, that sport rather, has been played in Nigeria since the late 19th century. Cricket at the time used to be what gives Nigeria glory. And of course, we slept on administration and in talent discovery and development. And somehow the country is, should I say struggling? It's a lukewarm experience for the country, up and down. That's the story of cricket. Today, we want to talk cricket on the program. And if you're a fan of cricket, we want you to be part of the show. We want to know Nigerians that are actually following cricket. We go, oh, but it's just football, it's just football. No, there are table tennis fans in this country, there are boxing fans, there are cricket fans, there are loads of sports fans in this country. It's not just football. So you can talk to us on Twitter, it's channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels-sports. I looked around. Who can we bring on sports this morning to talk cricket? And then the former captain of the national cricket team. He's a former cricketer. He's played so much games for this country, and he's still doing that in terms of talent discovery and development. Endurance of Fame joins us this morning on the program. Endurance, good to have you on sports this morning.
Thank you very much.
I see. Just those cities as a program, because of course we'll calculate the runs at the end of the show. I'm sure you know I'm always beating you. I want to do that again this morning. Quickly, let's touch down in Dar es Salaam, the under-19 team. The story has been up and down. Not a good one, particularly in that first game against Kenya. They lost by 6 wickets, and then they were disgraced, if I'm allowed to use that word. They were disgraced in their second game against Namibia. They lost by 165 runs. They shocked the world by beating Uganda, and I thought it was a very good one by 22 runs. They are playing Tanzania as we speak. What has it been like with this under-19 team? Because I'm sure you played at that level.
Well, basically, I'll tell you, I won't fault the chaps out there in Tanzania. I'll give them some credit for having beaten Uganda because, to be honest, I didn't give them a chance in this tournament. I must be realistic, considering the level of preparations and development work with the Nigerian Cricket Federation. Of course, when I played the under-19s in 2001, you could say clearly we've always had the potentials to surprise the tournament organizers and hosts. In 2001, it was in Uganda. I was there. As we played as West Africa, and we beat the eventual winners, Namibia. So we have that surprise element. And then, of course, these boys will come back and say, oh, if we have done this right, we could actually go all the way. So for me, the years of experience tells me if we prepare on time, if we get the development process right, because you can't just come in 30 days before a tournament and expect magic.
It's crazy.
You know, every tournament I've been to, I've always told the organizers, the management, that listen, we've got the potentials to go through. I mean, today, 3 days ago, they struggled against Kenya, struggled against what do you call them, Namibia. Of course, I mean, you expect traction when you play those organized teams. And of course, we surprise ourselves by beating Uganda. But again, if I go to Uganda and see their cricket development, they're doing a lot of developmental work and they're trying to get it through the grassroots. So you could expect one of those surprises. Even at the World Cup level, you see one of those games happen. But again, you have to be realistic. I mean, look at today, we're struggling with playing Tanzania. We are 65 for 5 at the moment after 30 overs. So it's a more or less, well, let's see what happens today. And then hopefully we might get a chance to beat Botswana tomorrow and keep our place in Division 1.
That's the talk. That's what we're hoping for, and then we pray these guys can do it. But then let's look at the table, because it's not just cricket. So this has become a Nigerian thing. We'll start solving mathematics and then doing the permutations. Namibia, of course, you said they're doing so much in terms of grassroots development, and they are reaping it already. Namibia on top of the table. Uganda is second. Kenya is third. Tanzania is fourth. Nigeria is fifth, and then Botswana is on sixth.